So hi guys, welcome to my first video on my YouTube channel, Sleeved by Eni. So I'm going to start off with a mannequin makeover today, which I use for, wig displays and pictures on my Instagram. So I'm going to turn her into this little brown skin girl. So the beat was quite simple, it wasn't anything too extra. So yeah, do make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think of the video. So first I'm going to start with the eyebrows with an eyeshadow palette. Because it is a mannequin, I just thought it'd be smarter for me to use, eyeshadow instead of an eyebrow pencil for her brows. So I just went in with the dark brown. I think I got this palette off eBay and it's really good. It's one of my favourite. I love the gold shades on there. So yeah, I just filled it in with the dark brown on the eyebrows. I did both sides, to the left and the right, and I wasn't too precise with it. I just coloured it in because obviously it's going to be easy for me to rub out as well too, in case I made any mistakes. But you know how there's always one eyebrow which you're not as good at? This is it for that. So the left eyebrow wasn't amazing, but I did try. As you can see, it's a bit thick at the end, but I'm still going to go through it with concealer. So the shade I was using was Warm Honey LA Pro Girl, just to shape the eyebrows into the way I wanted. So obviously because the mannequin doesn't have skin, it was quite a hard surface, so it was easy for me to spread the concealer. But once it came to shaping it, if I took too long, the concealer would just dry up really quickly, so it kind of just stuck onto the mannequin. But I just continued to spread it, just added more. And I kept going. As you can see, the shape is starting to come together. I just kept going until I thought the shape looked really nice and subtle, nothing too extra. So what I'm doing here is using a cotton bud to just wipe away a bit of concealer that got onto the eyebrow, I was just trying to make the colour of the eyebrow just pop a little bit more, making sure there was no concealer on there. So then I started with the foundation, which is E.l.f, and I think the colour of this is Maple, and I used a beauty blender and I just dabbed it. The first thing I did was wet the beauty blender, and I realised it wasn't really working for the mannequin. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just kept it dry, but I continued to spread it across the whole face and just blend. As you can see, she's looking a hot mess, but I just had to keep blending. My arm was aching at some point, but I just continued to blend. And it's weird because obviously she's going from a fairly light skin tone, but I'm turning her black basically because I'm using my foundation. So I'm going to go through it with her neck as well. As you can see, my hand was getting really tired, so I had to hold the actual mannequin, go through the ears, the neck, the lips, in between the nose. I tried to get her nostrils as well because they were quite light. Because of the excess foundation on the beauty blender, I just rubbed it onto the neck. So I wasn't really dabbing, I was just like swiping or wiping, as you'd say. The look's coming together, and what's next is concealer, my favourite bit. So obviously I'm using the E.l.f, I think it's 24 Hours Camo, the camo concealer, and I just spread it on her cheeks, and I did the other side as well. And then I'll get her nose, her forehead, basically where you'd conceal on yourself as well. So I just started to blend that out, nothing too serious. I just continued to blend until she started to look pink. So her face is coming together. I know it looks kind of patchy, but it was actually well blended, and obviously I did leave the back out. I didn't need to blend that, or I didn't need to put foundation on there because she was going to wear a wig. When I say back, I mean the back of her head. So what's next is setting powder, which is the brand Revolution, and the colour of setting powder was Banana Deep. So I just applied that everywhere where I applied the concealer originally, so the under eye, the forehead, just to give a brightening effect, so when there's pictures she'd be glowing. So I went on and did the other side as well, and then I went through the cotton bud just to wipe her eyes in case any foundation or concealer got in there. You want her eyes to be bright. I go through with the translucent powder, which is from Makeup Academy. I just used it to dust off the setting powder. Just gives an extra brightening effect. And I went through with that on the neck as well, just to set that in place too. Then I went through the lip liner, which was dark purple. I think this lip pencil was from Makeup Academy, and it was £1 and it's so good. But don't worry, the look will come together. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, but I know I'm doing smart, you get me? So the eyelashes on the mannequin were too wispy, they were too curled inwards, so I had to use a brush to put them downwards as I applied eyeshadow on there. So obviously don't come for my eyeshadow skills, I can do better, but at this point I just wanted to blend it all in and get it done as soon as possible. So I just went in with the brown from the same eyeshadow palette at the start of the video, and then I used nail polish, which was gold, on her eyes. So please don't try this on yourself, but I just thought, because I wanted the eyeshadow to be permanent on her, to put the gold nail polish on there. If I wanted to take it off, I'd use nail polish remover. I skipped a bit in the video actually. I went through the brown from the eyeshadow for her lips as well, which is what I actually do for myself, because I don't use lipstick, it doesn't stay on. So I then went through with the concealer just to clean up her lips, give them a bit more shape. And then I did the brown from the eyeshadow palette again for her nose, just to contour that inwards. And then I used a brush to blend that in too. And for the other side, before I start with her cheeks, to snatch them cheekbones in. At this point my brothers were watching me, so he said add a bit of drip, so I gave her a chain just to give a bit swag, you get me. And I just continue doing my blending. I think I added concealer onto her nose so just to clean it up. And then with the same gold nail polish I went through the lips just to add a bit of highlight on the top. I had bronzer and I just went through that on her cheekbones. I did a bit of highlight to her nose, the tip of her nose, so that when the light's hitting her right, we're just going to be blinded, you know. And then I went through with Hairspray, because obviously it's a mannequin, I wouldn't do this on myself or anyone else. Just to hold the whole look together, I just sprayed her real good. And then I added a wig, just to, yeah, make it look good. So that's it really. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please comment down and share the video with other people, and like and subscribe. And she looks so good. Like the beat came through, the eyebrows fleeky, the eyeshadow fleeky. Could have been blended a bit more, but still fleeky. That highlight